Hey guys, and welcome to Knit. Today we're going to show you how to do this really cute Pokeball keychain with a nice little button for the button part. Alright, let's get started. For this project you're going to need 2 different skeins of worsted weight yarn. Today we're using Vanna's Choice in both red and white. You're going to also need a size J crochet hook or 6mm. You will need a glue gun, a keyring, a little button to use as the little button for the center. This one's about 1/2 inch, I want to say, in diameter. Some scissors, and some black felt for the band around the base. You could also take black yarn and put it in the center instead of what I'm going to show you, but I use black felt because I think that looks a bit more clean cut than just a black band in yarn. Alright, let's get started. If you have any questions, we'll have a written pattern from Ravelry down in the description. Alright, first starting out, you're going to want to make a magical ring. If you have any questions, we'll also link down in the description our video on how to make the magical ring. And you're going to want to put 6 single crochets inside of your magical ring. And then after that, you're going to want to put 2 single crochets in each one of these stitches. And you'll end up with 12 stitches. Going from 6 to 12 is what we're doing for increasing right now. And I'll see you when that's done. Now that we have done our increases and we have 12 single crochets along here, we're going to want to single crochet 1 and do our increase in the next stitch. So 2 single crochets in that one. We're going to end up with 18 stitches all around the piece here. Also, as an FYI, if you want, you can take your keyring at this early step here, and when you're forming your magical ring, you can put it in with your magical ring, and it makes a nice little spot here. I don't prefer that, just because I think only having 1 string there is a little weak. I rather just put it through the entire thing on the top and don't waste my time with putting it in, but that's also just another way that you could do it if you don't feel like unringing your ring, because it's kind of a pain, and putting it in there. You can just loop it in with the rest of your stitches. Now that you are at 18 single crochets, you're going to want to single crochet around for 3 rounds, and then I will show you what to do next. Alright, now that you've done your 3 rounds of the red, you're going to want to attach your white and do 3 more rounds of just white. And I'll see you when that's done. And also your attachment seam doesn't super matter because you're going to be covering it up with a felt band. So don't worry about that too much. Alright, now that you have crocheted your 3 rows here, you're going to want to stuff it. And then we'll begin our decreasing rows to round off this ball. Alright, I'll see you when this is stuffed. And the way that I usually do it is I'll take a little bit of fluff, I'll put it in, and I'll make sure that I'm like pushing it along the sides, making sure there's a small little hole here, pushing it along the sides, and pushing it so that it's rounded. That's how I do it anyway. If you have any suggestions down below about really good ways of stuffing amigurumi, I'd love to hear them, because this is mine, but I still feel like I should improve. And now we're going to close off. The way that we go about this is we do it the same, well, we do it the inverse of how we increased. So our last increase was crocheting 1 and then increasing. Here we're going to crochet 1, skip over the next one, and then crochet, skip, crochet, skip. We're going to keep doing that until we get back to the beginning of the round, and then we're going to just continue just skipping rounds until we close off. The way that I close off is that usually I get it down to about 6 single crochets, and then I slip stitch to the stitch opposite of the one that I'm currently working at, and then I sew it all in. And that's how I do it. So now we're to our last 6 single crochets after skipping every other one, and now we're going to just go to the one across from us right here and slip stitch into that, and then we're going to go across here where it's still a little bit open and slip stitch there. And then next, so it's still kind of a little bit open but not really, there's a little tiny hole here, so I'm going to slip stitch, cut off my tail, pull through, and then I'm going to take my darning needle, wherever that went, and we're going to try to smooth out that nice little edge there. So we're going to smooth that out by taking it and going over it and trying to flatten it into the piece there. And if we keep doing that, we keep sewing all along there. So go in here again, go through the center of it, and we just keep doing that. So we go over here to this little piece that's a little raised, go in and pull it a little bit, and that will make it nice and shrunken eventually. And I'm gonna go up here. Oh, well, also we're gonna sew on our tails. So next up, we're going to want to take our felt and figure out what the width of our Pokeball is and snip right there up to the width that you want it to be. And that's going to be about 1/2 inch. You don't want it to be that long. Okay, so now I've cut myself a nice little band, and next up I'm going to want to glue this on. I also took the liberty of making a small circle of black felt to go around my button. That's just how the Pokeball looks, and so that's how I did that. I'm also going to want to glue that all on, and after that I'm just going to want to attach my keyring to the top here. I try to do it within the magical ring area. I'll go across as much as I can. That doesn't make it start looking weird. Basically all there is to it. I'll be back when everything's glued. And there you have it. Once you get your keyring in, that's all there is to it. Alright, if you like this video, be sure to hit like and subscribe to our channel. It really does help us out. If you have any questions, we do have a written tutorial down below, linked through Ravelry. Until next time, guys.